Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. Sorry, I'm getting the glare from the glasses. Okay, let me take the glasses off here. Um, an update. I was actually doing my Feed and Frenzy video, which is uploading now. But you know, with the Dallas Cowboys, news is always break. It's always breaking. You can't get around. You can't freaking sleep at night. I tried because Miss Jackie, hey, wake up, wake up! It's breaking news of the Cowboys. Randy Gregory, who we had heard earlier that the team is not really looking like they're going to get him back, is what we'd heard from them. Heard from one of the Cowboy writers that at this point they've kind of given up on it. And you think about how long it's been since we had heard that he was trying to get reinstated. Well, Randy Gregory threw a little clarification in here. Randy Gregory says he's in great shape physically, mentally, and emotionally, but is being held back. This is the exact quote from him. I really miss playing football and being a player in the NFL. I'm doing everything that is asked of me, and I'm in great shape physically, mentally, and emotionally, but I'm being held back from furthering my career because of the COVID and testing. I've been ready to play and test for months, but I've still gotten little to no help to resolve my reinstatement. I'm asking more questions than I'm getting answered. It's amazing that the powers that be can keep passing the buck and also using the pandemic as a way to prevent me from joining my team, telling me to just sit and wait in limbo over things I can't control. All the while doing everything right off the field is unfair and flat out wrong. So this actually begs the question for me then. Um, Alden Smith was reinstated what, 2 months ago? Alden Smith, who had been out for 4 years. So we were able to work through that. We were able to rework a collective bargaining agreement. We were able to rework the schedules and so on. What is the holdup here with Randy Gregory? Now, see, this is a little different than other things because of the collective bargaining agreement, which basically has made marijuana testing positive null and void. You can test positive for it, but you won't be suspended. At worst, you'll get fined. So, retroactively, the only transgression that Randy Gregory ever had was testing positive for weed. There was never any weapons issues or him holding anybody up or any domestic violence. There was him never going after a coach. There was never any belligerence whatsoever. When you think about some of the other people who have had problems in the NFL, from drinking and driving and hitting people and domestic violence and things like that, it's kind of crazy that you think that Randy Gregory is still in limbo. So I'm curious what the process is. Now, what it used to be was from the time that you applied for reinstatement, you had 60 days to respond. Now, Antonio Brown, who has been in and out of all kinds of trouble, seems like as soon as he gets in trouble and they start working on it, he gets into some more trouble, and then they got to work on that. He's gotten answers in an 8-game suspension. We found out last week. So where is the holdup here on this one? So we'll hold tight and see if there's any response from the NFL with Randy Gregory now kind of saying out in public. This is one of those things when it comes to Fight Club, rule number one is we don't talk about Fight Club. And one thing the NFL does not like is being called out. Because sometimes, we know Antonio Brown basically kind of put the NFL on blast like, hey, how come I ain't heard nothing? Oh, you want to hear something? Here's 8 games. How about that? Now sit down and shut up. So, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see if there's anything else on there. But, Randy Gregory says, hey, I'm ready to rock and roll and resume my career. I'm in shape. I've been doing the right thing off the field and everything else. And I hope that that's all true. And I hope that maybe we can get this thing resolved at some point. But we'll have to wait and see on that one. So, like I always say, you can't sleep on the Cowboys because something always is coming up. and I'll see you guys a little bit later.